to a Sweet with a Twist podcast. It's your host, Skylar. Um, yeah, I know you're probably like, why is it so dark? Yada yada yada. Well, actually, I'm doing a late night episode. I wanted to do this earlier, like this morning. I'm talking about like get up before my mom wanted to get like the day started. You know that my head, I had a horrible migraine, like horrible. I'm talking about migraines that literally like paralyze you almost. So that was not fun. Yeah. So this morning, getting up early before her was not really an option. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to actually do another episode after this one. There's that tea. Also yesterday I tried this Twix coffee for the first time, and it was not that bad. I don't drink coffee because every time I drink it, bowel movements start happening. Yeah. So the last time I drank coffee was like fully drank it before I tried it yesterday was like months ago, I think, when I got like, no, not months ago. Honestly, it would be actually McDonald's, but I'm so used to drinking the caramel frappe, so like I think my stomach is not as sensitive to those because I'm used to it. But when it comes to like more of like, I don't know, I guess iced coffee, we don't really mesh too well. But it wasn't bad. If y'all guys have tried those, like the Twix, the Snickers, I think they had Kit Kats, let me know. Let me know because it wasn't that bad. Okay. Also, another thing is that fall is coming, right? And Bath and Body Works just sent me an email talking about it's $2.95 for their fall wall leaves or wall leaves. What am I talking about? Wall flowers, the scents. So I bought this one like 3 years ago from Bath and Body Works. It's just a pumpkin, a gold one, and I absolutely love it. So I might obviously go to Bath and Body Works and get me some wallflowers. I love fall. Like, I was born in the summer. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the season I was born in, but I really am a fall slash winter girly, like at heart. I really am. I feel like I'm more confident in the fall and the winter than I am in the summer. And yeah, I just really love fall. Fall is just, my outfits look better. I look better. And I'm thinking about changing and doing a full dye, like full head dye, like different hair color completely. But it's not gonna be like just one color. I want to do the whole TikTok like black girl. It's fall now, and black girls, normally around the fall you get your hair like colored like a ginger, a honey blonde, honey brown, like burgundy, all of these like really beautiful colors. And I want to do that, but I'm really like nervous. I'm so nervous. So I need to know tint to it. Like I really like that deep kind of look, but at the same time I want to lighten up my hair. So I'm kind of stuck between full head of hair, like dye my whole head, dark. I want to do light, but I don't know if I'm there yet. Or just sticking to lighter highlights and just really doing highlights and like maybe a lot of main pieces of my hair a lighter color. So I'm really stuck, guys. I've never dyed my whole head one color. I've only ever done like highlights at home DIY. And okay, actually, technically, the only time I dyed our head was when we were back at my old house, and I tried to do this like cherry brown, but my hair is already really dark brown, so it didn't really do anything. It just tinted my hair kind of red. um, that's the only time I really did my full head of hair. So, but I do want to really do something like, because I don't re-dye my hair, by the way. Like once I dye it, that's it. I don't re-dye it. I just naturally let it, what's it called, like fade. So the next thing is that the main point I want to talk about obviously is college, like my unfiltered college years. I did not get to say some of the things I like the rest of the story, especially dealing with my unruly nightmare of some neighbors that I had in my dorm. So I'm gonna kind of finish and wrap some things up on that story. So the whole story is that if you haven't watched, go my first episode, definitely watch it. But I had these boys that were my dorm neighbors, and we literally shared a wall, and my bed was just like this, my, you know, up against the wall, and you could hear everything. I mean, everything. Okay. Um, One day, it wasn't even nighttime, by the way. It was not night. It was actually in the middle of the day, class or something. And I was like, oh, okay, like my roommate isn't here. Like I can chill, take a nap, like I normally did between, like, I'm talking about huge gaps between my classes. Like from, if I had a class at 9 a.m., my next class wasn't till like 1 p.m. Like I'm talking about huge gaps. So I had plenty of time to take a nap between my classes, which I absolutely loved, especially especially on my 8 a.m. class days, which was normally my biggest gap. I had to take a nap. I was so drained from staying up and being up or awaken at 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to go back to sleep, and then having to wake up because my alarm obviously went off at like 5:30, 6 a.m. But I had loud neighbors that didn't allow me to get any rest, right? So I would be dog tired some days. I was grateful, thankful, and rushing to get a nap in and go back to my dorm. So this one particular day, I think I decided to do some classwork, be a studious student, be ahead, and get some classwork done. And I heard these noises, and I was like, at first I was just like, okay, whatever. I kept hearing them. Not sure, exactly what it was and where it was coming from. And also, I thought it was my neighbors in front of me, the dorm right in front of me, because they were also kind of loud. But it was girls, so, but they could be loud sometimes too. So I said, well, okay, I don't know who that's making all that noise, but whatever. So I go, I think either to our bathroom or I was doing something on this side of the wall that we shared with the guys. And I heard it again. So I said, who is that? So I do this. I put my ear up to the wall and I heard some very suspicious, conspicuous noises. Let's just say, because we're unfiltered, but I'm gonna kind of PG-13 this. It was some relations going on. Yeah, I was in utter shock because why are you doing that in the middle of the day? Don't you have classes? Don't you have something better to do? And my roommate one day, or either that day, brought it up that she actually heard it too. And we both were leaning against the wall listening in because it was loud. And that's that story. And I think actually one of the guys was actually in one of my classes. I think I remember, I was like, no way. He's the neighbor that I have to, that keeps me up every night. Yeah. So one of the guys actually, because I don't recognize them. And when I saw him in class, I knew he looked familiar. I couldn't think and put a nail on the head. But when I saw him either come from that way where that dorm was or go to it, I said, oh my gosh, that's one of them. What? So that's that story to wrap that up, guys. Shut that down. Ooh, real quick. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was mental health. We are switching gears because recently I posted a TikTok where I was crying. And I know a lot of people were like, how do people post themselves crying on the internet? Like, trust me, I have videos from years prior. The very college days I'm talking about, I have videos where I was emotional and crying. Um, but I never posted them, and if I did, it was like one video on my Snapchat. Not a big deal, but posting it to TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, where thousands of eyes can lay on it and see it, very nerve-wracking, and I've never done that. So when I posted that TikTok recently, I was very vulnerable in that moment. My feelings, I've been holding in, keeping in, were just bearing down on me and literally shouting inside of me to let it out, to let people see this is me. And it's not all my lip syncing videos, the CapCut edits that I love doing. It's not all happy go lucky, okay? And my mental health in these last 4 to 5 years have not been stable. I feel that I get these waves and moments in like short term where I feel that my mental is stable, but it's really not. Um, I have more downs than I do ups. And so I want to talk about how mental health, not only in college, but in general in life, is really important. Your mental health is everything. If your mental is not okay, is not right, everything around you will go downhill. I'm not joking. I've seen myself, and I feel I have gone through moments where I have self-sabotaged. I have completely gotten to the darkest side of life. I'm like in the darkest ditch, in the furthest down ditch ever. And it's scary. Like, it's not anywhere you want to be. And in college, I had those moments where I would break down and I would be like, I can't do this anymore. Like, it's just too much. I don't know how I'm going to survive these courses, these classes. What's going on? Like, I really was questioning a lot and I broke down. College is a lot. That's whether you go to community college or you go, away to college. It's heavy. Advocate and want to actually advocate more for literally talking about mental health. And if you are not feeling good, I'm talking about like, not like you're sad every now and then. You're human. That's normal to have a bad day. That's normal to feel sad. That's normal to feel overwhelmed, to feel, um, like doubt yourself a little bit. That's normal. But if it's consistent and continuous and it's getting worse, you need to talk to someone. It doesn't have to be a professional. You don't even have to talk to your friend, your parent, but let it out. Journal, make videos, even if you don't post them obviously online. But let that emotion out. Let yourself feel those things and let it out. I wish that I opened up sooner because I recently just kind of told my mom that my mental health has never really been the greatest. And I think I really started noticing that it was becoming more of a reoccurring issue with my depression, with my anxiousness, with my not feeling like I'm enough. Like, it started becoming a little bit like it just was happening a lot. And I was young, barely, I think, going into high school. I just thought, oh, like, I'm okay. Like, I have those days. Comparing myself to others. And it just started happening a lot more. And I think I realized that I had something by the time I want to say, a sophomore going to my junior year of high school. I never really said anything. Like, it was just like little moments, but I never said anything. Like, I might make comments, but I never just said, hey, mom, dad, hey, friend, like, this is what I'm dealing with. This is what I think I need to go, get checked out. Like, I need to go see if I'm going to be diagnosed with this. And it really has gotten worse because of the two loved ones that I have lost and the pressures that I have been given and the weight that I have carried because of other people. So a lot has collided. And then with past like feelings, much less what has happened recently, what is happening now. So a lot of it is just coming together and it's starting to like bubble up and blow up inside of me. And I just can't hold on to it anymore. So, and I feel that being in a black girl and being a black person, our community doesn't talk enough about mental health and about the severity of mental health. And you get to a point where, and that's how I've always been, I felt that if I addressed my feelings, I was weak in a way. Um, like you have to just take stuff, like you have to take those hits in life, suck it up, and keep pushing. But that's not healthy. That is not the healthiest way. I have learned that. I'm still learning, but I'm slowly starting to say more about my feelings and about how I feel in that moment. Um, so yeah. So please take mental health seriously. Do not suck stuff up and keep it inside. I'm telling you, it will eat you alive and it will eat you inside out. So yeah. Um, yeah, mental health is just really important, guys. Also, another thing is college friends, like making friends in college. Oh my gosh, it was not that hard. I've never had issues with making friends. Let me preface that. I'm not bragging, but I know people who, and friends that I've befriended, that kind of struggle with making friends. Um, it really is about putting yourself out there. Like, don't take life too seriously. Have fun. You know, make a friend because, like, you made a mistake on something. Like, I don't know. Like, it's really about opening up and relax, guys. Just have fun. This is your life. You're meant to have fun in it. Like, do that. Um, but college friends hit differently than high school friends, middle school friends, childhood friends. It's just different. They see a different side of you. Like I feel like they see the end of your, teenage years going into your early adulthood years, and everyone else has, kind of seen you like grow. Um, but it's fun having college friends. I think you can't have a great or good college experience without having college friends. You have to make friends in college. I think the pool and the diversity in college is so big. How can you possibly not have made like two friends in college? I don't see how you can't. Um, I mean, we did a lot of things together. We like literally stuck together. Our group name, we literally group chat name is the four OGs. Like, we were always together. Honestly, if you saw one of us or two of us together, you could assume all four of us were together. Like, where was the other ones? Um, it was that type of friendship and bond, and it happened real quick, like real quick. And I just really love my college friends. So shout out to them. They know who they are. And I made other friends obviously in college, and you make a lot of them because you're either same major in the same classes. Um, even I made friends that were living in the same residence hall as me. Like and then like your roommates have their friends and you kind of meet them. So it was kind of like that. They met my roommate, I met their roommate, and it's just a vibe. And then you go over to each other's dorms and stay at each other's dorms at like 3 o'clock at night, like in the morning, and it's just a vibe. It's just a vibe. Also, I want to say, I remember this one time. I say we because I was in my friend's dorm, but my friend's dorm was on the 12th floor, which was like a very quiet floor compared to where I lived, which was on the 17th floor. Like I told y'all guys, chaos happened on that floor. It was so noisy on that floor. But the 12th floor, my friend's dorm, literally quiet as a mouse. Like it was eerily quiet. I did not like it. It made me so awkward. So one time we went down there to her dorm a lot because she's the one that had the smart TV. So we would watch a lot of movies on like Tubi, Amazon Prime, because she had the smart TV and it was a bigger TV too. So we watched a lot of things on in her dorm. And I remember this one time we were down there and I think we were watching a movie and also like, having girl talk and talking about all this and the third. I guess you can say we got a little loud. Nothing like too serious. We get a knock. And we were like, who was that? Like we were all looking at each other. So one of my friends whose dorm it was, she goes up to the door, looks through the little peephole, and I think they said that they were RA or something. She opens the door and they got a noise complaint. I was like, there's no way y'all guys got a noise complaint. Like, she gave it, she was like, can y'all guys just like, she was saying something, right? Basically, can y'all guys bring it down? Lower the volume. We weren't even that loud, mind you. So she closes the door and she turns around and we're like, what? She's like, noise complaint. I was like, and basically we're saying, bro, your floor is so like, for that, because we weren't even that loud. Like, whatever. So that was annoying. And yeah, that's how we got our friend's dorm got reported for noise complaint, because we weren't even that loud though, but like we were there and they've never got a noise complaint before. So whatever, they were just mad and hating that we were having a good time. That's what that was. So honestly, I didn't really like their floor. It was just like not it. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about all of that and more stories to come. And I will see y'all guys in my next episode. Try me, I deserve